Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So today is the last demo, and all demos are for free. And today is the final demo. So after this, it will be paid class from tomorrow. From tomorrow, this meeting link is not going to work. You will be able to get the new meeting link once you make the payment. So after this class today, you will be able to get the payment link and you can make the payments in installments. We don't have any other batches. Every month we are going to be having one batch that is going to be starting from first or second. So next batch is going to be starting from February 1st. If you miss this batch, the next batch will be in February. If you miss that, then March. Every month we have only one batch. All recorded videos are going to be provided on the daily basis. Monday to Friday we'll have classes. So all of them on Indian time morning 8 a.m. IST. And Saturday and Sunday remaining public holidays, we don't take any classes. You can just practice them, and the payment links and everything will be given today. So if you don't get the payment link, just check in the spam folder in your Gmail. Still, if you're not available, you can just call these numbers today and ask them for the payment link, or you can also write me email. Sir, I have attended the demo class, but I did not get any payment link. So please help me with the payment link. So I will be able to also help you. So from tomorrow, this meeting link is not going to work. So you will be able to get a new meeting link, new meeting ID for tomorrow's class. From tomorrow, it will be the paid class. So guys, remember, so tomorrow I'm going to be showing you how to install SQL and how to install Power BI in your computer. So without installation, we will not be able to perform practicals. We will not be able to complete it. Now, what is the laptop you need to buy it? So I'll show you what kind of a configuration we need to have. So so I'm using Lenovo laptops. I can give you Lenovo configuration, but you can buy HP or whatever be the other one, IBM laptops or whatever you would like to buy, you can buy it. So this is the laptop configuration I'm talking about. So minimum 4 GB of RAM is needed. So 256 SSD, this is hard disk, and Windows 11 is needed or Windows 10. Any processor, i3, i4, i5, any generation is fine. So i3, i4, i5, or Ryzen, or even MacBook also you can have it. There's no problem at all. So this is the minimum configuration you need to have. Windows 10 or 11 you need to have. Okay, Windows 10 or later. So this is the configuration of laptop. You should be able to buy it. So if you don't have the laptop today, you will be able to get the laptop within 1 week's time. You should be able to install the required software. All the software I'll be able to give you, I'll be able to tell you by tomorrow's class. Make sure that you attend tomorrow also. You install the softwares in your laptops. Get your all laptops. Windows 7 if you have, or Windows 8 you have. So you need to upgrade. Go to nearest hardware shop, or you go to some help center. So you ask them to install Windows 10 or 11 in that laptop. If they're not able to upgrade, so definitely you need to purchase new laptop. Okay, so remember that, and we will not be able to, have the, subject without laptop. Laptop is very, very important. So if you get it tomorrow, that is good. Else, next within a week, you will be able to get it. Now, today is the final demo, guys. I'll be talking about completely pure technical things today, and already we had seen what are the hot skills in IT sector in the 2024, right? So even today, the data analytics is booming like anything. And AI and ML data science is also booming. Data engineering, cloud, cyber security. And if you wanted to go into programming side, full stack development like Java development, Java full stack is always demanding, but lot of coding you need to know. So I don't recommend to learn Java full stack development or Angular JS, .NET software. All these are going to be having completely a programming. So if you don't need any programming, if you wanted to learn some hard skills and I wanted to get into IT industry within 3 months, 4 months means you can learn data analytics. Clear. So for the data analytics, you have to know SQL knowledge and you need to know ETL knowledge. What is ETL? I'm going to be telling you today. You need to know one Power BI, one BI tool you need to know, plus data warehousing knowledge you need to know, plus data modeling knowledge you need to know. So all these things are, for the data analytics. Okay. Plus if you learn machine learning algorithm with Python, right? So you will be able to go to data science as well. So data science people have to learn all these things, part number one. And part number two, they need to learn machine learning algorithm. To implement machine learning algorithm, they need to have one programming. So Python is a programming language that is used. Anybody can learn. It is a simple mathematical coding. Anybody can learn Python within 1 month. Clear? Python is very, very easy when you compare with C or C++, Java, .NET. So those languages are very, very complex. That is the reason IT industry did not take those languages to implement the machine learning. Because if the language is complex, then if you implement machine learning with that language, it will become more complex. That is the reason IT industry chosen Python is the language. This language is created in 1980s. It is not a new language. It is very old language. But why IT industry is choosing a Python language, not C language, not C++ language? Because Python is easy when you compare with other languages. Clear? So that is the reason. So Python has chosen, today to implement machine learning algorithms. So you need to learn all of them. Plus, you need to learn Python and ML so that you can become a data scientist or data and artificial intelligence expert. Okay, what is very, very easy? Number one is very, very easy. SQL, ETL, Power BI, data warehousing is easy. What is very complex? Data, machine learning or artificial intelligence, very, very complicated. You have to know statistics to learn machine learning. Plus, you need to have in-depth of mathematics also. If you don't know mathematics, don't jump into data science. Better stay with the data analytics. Clear? So data analytics can be completed within 3 months, but machine learning and Python will take another 1.6 years. Clear? So if you have minimum 2 years of time, then jump into data science or AI courses. If you don't have a time, jump into data analytics. And we are also going to have cloud as well, data analytics. And I'm also going to show you how to deploy reports and everything in the cloud platform. Clear? Chalo guys. So these are the hard skills without coding, without programming. Anybody can learn these courses in the year 2024 as well. So you will be able to get much more job opportunities. Remember that. Chalo. So I was talking about lot of tools are available in the market, but why Power BI or MSBI is you know very, very easy or important? So I was talking about yesterday lot of points. Let me just open my notes and notes on BI. So this was the demo notes, right? So I was talking about uh, if you wanted to work with the data analytics or the data science, anything, if you wanted to work tomorrow, definitely you need to have the data, right? So the company's data, you need to have it. Data size is important. Clear? So I spoken about it clearly. What is a data analytics? Data analytics is also called as a business intelligence. Data analytics means reporting the past or understanding the past. Clear? So what is a data science or artificial intelligence means? I told you, uh, Data science was called as earlier data mining, and it is also called as artificial intelligence or machine learning. So it means predict the future. Predictions are called as artificial intelligence, right? The simple example I have given for the data analytics, what was my sales in the India last 5 years? The company wanted to understand historical data, right? You are going to be focusing on the past. That is what is called data analytics means, or it is also called as a business intelligence. Clear? So data analytics, if you wanted to understand all the things you have to learn, and this course can be completed within 3 months. You cannot learn only Power BI, right? So Power BI you can learn, but you will not be able to crack the job. SQL is the backbone for the Power BI, or SQL is the backbone for IT industry itself. So it is going to be storing large amount of data. Without data, Power BI or even data science cannot be implemented. So what was my sales in India last 5 years? That is what is the example of data analytics. What will be the example for data mining or data science? What will be the sales in India next 5 years? How many people are going to be dying in India next 10 years because of diabetics? What is the growth rate as the GDP rate in India? So in next 5 years. So using existing data, you should be able to predict something. The predictions are called as artificial intelligence. With the data, you can create a lot of chat GPT models. You can create a lot of robots. You can create, talking about artificial intelligence, a lot of things are going to be working because of data. So data analytics or AI will be working with the is existing data or historical data, right? But where is the data and what is the size of the data of the company, that you need to know. When you have small size of the data can be stored in Excel sheets. You can store the data, you can process the data, right? Process means I wanted to know what is the complete sales happened for last 1 year for go online trainings. I'm storing my data in Excel sheets. I wanted to know what is the total sales. If you have more data coming, from the customers like Amazon or Netflix, company will have a lot of subscribers, Phone Pay, Google Pay. So any banking system will have millions or lakhs of transactions every month. So all the data will be there in GBs every month. You will not be able to store them in Excel file. You have to keep the data in SQL, called as database management system. So when you have large amount of data, you have to switch from Excel to Oracle, or all these are SQL softwares. How do you process the data? With the help of a language. So if you have terabytes of data, even SQL is going to be failing. You have to deal with the data warehousing tools. And for the processing the data, we are going to be using BI tools. Clear? So that is what being told. So when you have more than, so when you have a zettabyte of data, it is unlimited data. So terabyte is limited data. When you have big data or unlimited data, IT industry is going to be storing all the data into Hadoop systems, and it's going to be processing. If you wanted to perform data analytics or data science, you need to have the data somewhere. You may have the data in Excel, or or you may have the data in SQL, or you may have the data in data warehousing tools, or you may have the data in Hadoop systems. Somewhere you need to have the data, then only you will be able to perform data analytics, called as a business intelligence, or you should be able to perform. So that is what you need to understand. Clear? So without a data, so data can be anywhere. Even you can take the data from Excel sheets and you can perform, AI applications. Without a data, AI is not going to work. Chat GPT is not going to work. Google is not going to work. Nobody can work. So you need to have the data. Without a data, business analytics or the data analytics is not going to work at all. Or even data science or artificial intelligence is not going to work. Clear? So today, let us talk about a few more things. So I was talking about what is on premises yesterday and what is the cloud. All of them I have explained clearly in yesterday's class. People who missed demo number one, demo number two, you can write me email so that the demo number one, demo number two classes, I can give it to you. Or you can also talk to my team. They will be able to send the previous recorded classes. So today I'll be talking about, so what is the data analytics, data engineering, data science? Once again, let me give you one business case study. Okay. So, so we are talking about one business case study to understand further. So I am going to be taking Amazon case study, Amazon company case study. I'm going to be taking. So let us understand Amazon company has a lot of data. So it is doing the business all over the world. They wanted to implement data analytics or a data science, whatever they would like to implement in their business, let them implement. Okay. So today, let us talk about what are the issues they have with their data. Okay. If they wanted to implement data analytics in their company, so definitely they need to give you the data, right? Without data, nothing is going to happen. You're a business analyst or a data analyst or you're a report developer. You're going to be creating a lot of reports for Amazon company. So you're a report developer. You have learned Power BI. You're going to be creating a lot of reports from tomorrow. Now you go there and ask them, sir, give me your data. Okay. When you ask, I need your data. Without data, I will not be able to perform data analytics. Now, when you ask, tell me, sir, your data, where is your data? Give me your data. They'll say, we have a large amount of data and the data got a lot of issues or the problems or the challenges. Now, the first problem they're talking about is location of the data. They'll say, we have a lot of data in India because India, we have a very, very good business. We have a lot of data in UK and we have some more data in Dubai, some more data in the US, some more data in Africa. So we have the business all over the world. So we have the data all over the world. We don't have any centralized location. So we are going to be keeping the data in all over the world. That is what you need to understand. The first issue they are talking about is the data is not centralized, which is decentralized. Clear? The second issue, so what are the environments or the different softwares these people are using? They'll say in India we have implemented Java. When you go to Amazon.in, when you go to Amazon.in, you wanted to buy something, you will be able to click on this site and you want to buy some product. Clear? So whenever you are going to buying some product, what will happen? So it is going to be taking into one side, you will be able to buy something. For example, I would like to buy a laptop of Lenovo. So this site may be prepared with a Java or a .NET, or when you're using iOS mobile, means Apple or Android mobile, you can also get the data from there. So India, people are going to be using Java application that you do not know, but technically I'm talking. In UK people, there is a SAP software they're using. So Dubai people, they can buy uh, the items using only Android phones. They can buy anything using Android or iOS like that. Or you may have the data in Excel sheets, or you may have data in some XYZ applications. So it is not guaranteed that Amazon company is using single application or centralized application. No, they do not have a single application, centralized application. The sales is going on through Android mobile, iOS mobile, Java application, SAP application, Excel, this one, that one. So everywhere you can just go and talk to the Amazon company. You will be able to buy the products. Clear? The second issue, the data is stored in Java, SAP, Android, iOS, Excel, blah, blah, blah. That is also one more challenge that you got to understand. Clear? The second challenge, what is the size of the data that they have? In India, large amount of data they have it. In other countries maybe medium. So in some countries it is a low level data or small size data may be available. Small size may be in GBs and the medium size may be in terabytes. Large means petabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte of data they have it. So they have different sizes of sales data they're maintaining it. Clear? The next one will be what is the accuracy of the data? How clean the data is? Clear? It may be high cleaned data in some locations. In some locations, the data may be in the medium clean, lot of misspelled data, lot of duplicate data, a lot of blank data. Sometimes it may be the data is available, but it is a low accuracy. A lot of duplicates, a lot of invoices are not properly maintained in some countries. So the company may have lot of issues with the data. Clear? If the data is having an issue, what will happen? So tomorrow, if you take the same data, whatever goes in is wrong, comes out will be wrong, right? If you think negatively, you behave negatively, right? If you think positively, you behave positively. If you take bad data, so the accuracy is not so clean. If you take the bad data, you will be able to create a bad report or a bad AI application is going to be created. Now, tomorrow the customer is going to be asking you why the report is telling me like that. You tell them that, sir, you have given the bad data, because of that I have created this kind of a report. You cannot blame me. So then Amazon company will tell you, okay, if I give you bad data, you supposed to clean the data, right? Okay. If you take bad vegetables, what you do? You take a vegetables, what you do? You clean the vegetables, right? You are a chef. You buy the vegetable, chicken, you buy fish, what you do? You're going to be cleaning the vegetables, the chicken, fish, and you cut them, clean them, marinate them. Then you're going to be using those fish or the vegetables or the chicken to prepare a dish. So you cannot say, you gave me bad vegetables, I prepared this kind of a food. Will you be? No, right? So it is very important that we don't use raw data or raw vegetables as it is in the food. So raw data as it is in the data analytics or in the data science applications. So if the accuracy is low, this kind of a data is called as a dirty data, or it is also called as a bad data. It is our responsibility is that we have to clean the data, we have to sample the data before using it, and we should be able to perform the cleaning work as well. Clear? So that is very important. So you are going to be working with this kind of an issues. Now, no company will give you all the data in the silver plate. They'll say, this is how our data is going to be there. Now you take the data, Bhaskar, you give me a report, or you give me one application where I can see my reports and everything. Now you'll go mad. You don't know what to do, right? So what I should do when you have a lot of issues, you have to first what you do, get all the data and you need to combine the data because this data belong to a single company. So what you do? So you are going to be dealing with, so let me open Paint and let me explain why it is like that. I wanted to have Why it is like this? Let me open. Let me open normal paint only. Okay. So I wanted to take paint application. I wanted to take, I have a lot of data coming from different places. All the data belong to a single company. The company is called Amazon company. Clear? So I'm talking about Amazon company's data. Now let me take and right. So this may be uh, Java application in India. This may be a .NET application is from US. Okay. This may be SAP application, maybe Excel data you have it. So let us say some Japan. So like that, Amazon company, Amazon company is going to be having large amount of data all over the world. What you do, you have to take the data from here. You have to take the data from here. You have to take the data from here. It may be any application. All the data, you have to take it and you have to integrate it. So that is where we are going to be performing ETL operations. Okay, what kind of an operation we're going to be performing? ETL. So I'm going to be using a software called SSIS software. Yesterday I was talking about, so lot of BI applications are available, right? Lot of BI applications are available. So what are the BI applications? So when we have a terabytes of data, we are going to be placing all the data into data warehousing. We are going to be using a lot of BI tools. So SAP BI, SAS BI, OBI, MS BI, Tableau BI, right? So SAP BI, SAS BI, OBI belong to non-Microsoft, and we have MS BI and Power BI belong to Microsoft. MS BI started in year 2005, and this is going to be having three tools: SSIS, SSAS, and SSRS. Now these are the three tools that we had implemented earlier. So what is SSIS? Right? As I told you, SSIS means SQL Server Integration Services. So Microsoft has a one more software called SQL Server. This is a RDBMS software. So you have to must listen to the demo number 2. Then only you will be able to understand what is SQL Server, what is Oracle, and everything. So I have given you this history as well. When you go to SQL Server 2005 onwards, you have SQL as well as MSBA. So these three tools are automatically will load it. So SQL current version we're going to be using 2022. SSIS means SQL Server Integration Services, which is a ETL tool. So what you do, it is going to be, E stands for the extracting data. Transform data. Transform means what? Clean the data. Transform means what, Nana? Clean the data or change the data, then load the data. So ETL means this. So I wanted to get the data. If there is a cleaning process has to be done, so definitely you can apply a lot of transformations. You should be able to go and get the data, and all the data loading means writing. So all the data initially will be loaded into one more server, one more computer. This computer is called as a staging server. Server means a computer. So I'm going to be using a staging server, a staging computer. So staging means what? Temporary. So that is what you need to understand. Staging means a temporary. All the data we are going to be dumping it here. So this will be a SQL or RDBMS computer. So remember, so what is it? It is going to be SQL computer. SQL means you can store large amount of data in this computer. So remember that point forever. Staging means a temporary. So you need to buy one bigger computer. You have to install one SQL software. SQL means any RDBMS. What are the RDBMS softwares we have? As we discussed, Oracle, DB2, Netezza. So some software we are going to be installing it there. So it is for the temporary purpose to store the data. Clear? All the data will come here. So here, data cleansing. Data cleaning work is going to be happening, cleansing work. So you may remove duplicated data, or you can merge the data, you may split the data, you may convert the data. So whatever you want to do it, you should be able to do it. So etc, etc. All these things are called as data transformations or data cleansing, or remove the bad data. Clear? So I'll give you a simple example. You go to the shop, buy some vegetable. This is shop number one. Buy some vegetables. You buy some brinjal. You some buy tomato, potato, right? You go to shop number two, buy some fish and chicken, lot of fruits, lot of things you're buying. You go to shop number three, buy some curds, you got milk, and all the vegetables, all the chicken and everything, you will be able to filter. You go to the shop, you buy some potato, you are picking up very, very cleaned vegetables only. All the vegetables, chicken, milk, you are going to be putting into a small carry bag. So this is your carry bag. Carry bag means a temporary storage. So staging means carry bag. So shop number one, shop number two, shop number three, you buy leafy vegetables, tomato, potato, fish, chicken, everything you're going to be putting into one computer, one bag. That is what is called carry bag or a temporary purpose. What you do? You come home, you open the bag, you are going to be taking, this is one packet, potato, tomato, leafy vegetable, chicken. All these things are opening one by one, one by one. What you do? You are going to be cleaning. Clear? All the bad potato, if you find anything there, so what you do? You peel them, you clean them, or half of the potato is gone, you throw the half of the potato. All the leafy vegetables, you're going to be soaking them in the salty water, right? You clean them with the, mud will be there. You have to clean them. So a lot of cleaning process is going to be happening. So that is a step number two. Staging means a carry bag. Clear? All the data is going to be cleaned. All the vegetables you have cleaned. So after that, what you do? You're going to be taking this vegetables again with the help of one more ETL. Again, ETL is going to be coming once more time here. So SSIS is going to be coming. Okay. So with the help of SSIS ETL software, I take all the data from this location. What I'm trying to do, all the data is going to go to your final. What is the final one? You have a fridge, right? You have a refrigerator. All the vegetables are going to be cleaned and again neatly packed. All the data will be going to your data warehouse. Your data warehouse is nothing but your refrigerator at the home. So in your house, you are going to be maintaining a refrigerator, right? So that is the cleaned vegetables you're going to be having. So now here we are going to be having a data warehouse. You go to shop number one, shop number two, shop number three, get the vegetables, you keep them in the carry bag, you open the carry bag, you clean them, and you pack them again. And all the cleaned vegetables are stored in the refrigerator. Your refrigerator is nothing but your data warehouse. Okay, how the data warehouse is going to be prepared, as I told you, which is going to be having large hardware. Hardware not as a small hardware, large hardware you need to buy. Okay. So not laptop configuration, very bigger hardware you need to buy and install SQL there. Clear? And my laptop configuration, 1 terabyte of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM or i3 processor. Very small, laptop configuration. But if I wanted to store large amount of data, my laptop cannot be used because I'm having 1 terabyte of hard disk. I would like to store 100 terabytes of data. 100 laptops I have to buy. So instead of buying those many laptops, I'm going to be buying a very bigger computer. Clear? The computer is very, very bigger. So inside that, I'm going to be storing what is called SQL. SQL means any RDBMS, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, some software I'm going to be installing it. Now it is available here. So this is what you need to understand. All the data, cleaned data is available here. So did you understand it clearly? Now what you do once data is there, all the data will be available in your data warehouse. So data warehouse is nothing but you're going to be maintaining cleaned data, historical data. For example, I'll give you one more example. This is what is called as a OLTP data. Okay, and data warehousing is also called as a, so this will be called as OLAP data. So we need to understand two things here. What is OLTP and what is OLAP? Let me tell you, very, very important points. I will make it very, very simple. So demo is almost over when you understand this. So I'm talking about OLTP and OLAP. OLAP means data warehousing. OLTP means, let me write, online transaction processing. So what is, okay, let us understand what is OLTP. OLTP means online transaction processing. Transaction means in Telugu, in my local language, Lavadevi. Okay. So in Telugu, it is called as Lavadevi, transaction. So if you do anything, that is nothing but a transaction. You go and buy a movie ticket, transaction. You pay the course fee, transaction. You go and book a flight ticket, transaction. You cancel a ticket, a transaction. You withdraw the cash, a transaction. You deposit the cash in the bank, a transaction. You take the loan, transaction. You pay EMI, transaction. You cancel a hotel booking, a transaction. You book a hotel room, transaction. Every transaction will have data. So what normally we do, everywhere you are going to be creating large amount of data. I wanted to buy one mobile phone, so what I do, morning I will be able to open my laptop. So from my laptop I will be opening, say, amazon.com site, and I would like to say one laptop I am going to be buying here. I click on this link. I click on this link. I would like to say buy now. When I'm saying buy now, I need to give my email address and credit card number, blah, blah, blah. So click on buy, everything will get recorded. So all the payment options, everything will be taken, will get recorded in where? In this company's website. You will be able to get the product after 1 week or 3-4 days. Clear? So you are going to be going and buying the product from here. So this may be your laptop, maybe your phone, like that. Every day people are going to be buying and buying, buying and buying, buying and buying. So lot of data will come here in this server. Every day people are buying, not only here, everywhere. US people are buying, Japan people are buying. So all the people are buying and buying, buying and buying. One day this computer will be full. Okay, one day this computer may be also full. One day this computer, this server is also full. So these servers are called as OLTP servers. OLTP means whenever you do anything, whenever you purchase some product, fresh data is going to be generated and all the data is going to be stored in one server. So that server is called as a OLTP server. Are you able to understand? So whenever you do any transaction, it may be Java application, .NET application, X application, Y application, doesn't matter. If it is a fresh data getting stored in that computer, that application, that computer is called as a OLTP application, or it is called as a OLTP computer. So if you go to bank and do some cash deposit, cash withdrawal, banking application is a OLTP application. You go to phone pay, you do some fund transfer, that is OLTP application. You go to bank, pay some EMI amount, that is OLTP application. You go to Walmart, purchase some products, you will get a bill. Bill is a fresh transaction, that is also OLTP application. Clear? OLTP means it is not Java or .NET or X or Y or Z. It is nothing but fresh data. Wherever you're storing, that computer is called as a OLTP computer, or you can say fresh data, or you can say it is a OLTP computer. So OLTP stands for fresh data, or small amount of data you can have it here, and maximum time you will have read and write data. So right. So 80% of the time the computers are busy by taking the data. So that is what you got to understand. Read and write data. You go to the bank, what you do? You once in a while you check what is my balance. You're reading the data, but maximum time people are depositing, withdrawing. So 80% of the time you're going to be writing the data. So OLTP is there to run your business. Clear? Run the business, these computers are going to be used. Clear? So fresh data is going to be stored, small size of data will be there. So what is the size we're going to be maintaining? Maybe in the GBs. So let us say some 500 GB of data, or some less than 1 terabyte of data are going to be stored. So this is the maximum size I'm talking about, small data. So let us say small amount of data you're going to be storing it here. Once this is full, what you do, you take all the data, you are going to be putting all the data into this computer. Clear? You take all the data here, and all the data will be able to come, and all the data you will be able to take it and put it here. So I will give you one more example so that you can understand later. So what you do, you assume that you don't have a water at home, so you're dependent on water given by government of India, or government of Africa, or government of US. You don't have any water supply to home. So morning 6 o'clock you will get a water tanker, or you will have the pipes in the street. You have to go and collect the water from somewhere else. You go morning 6 o'clock, you get up, you go, you're carrying a bucket or some bowls. Clear? You carry one bowl. So this is your bowl, and your mother, father, brother, sister, everybody is carrying each bowl and a bucket. So you go switch on the tap. So your bucket is full. When the bucket is full, what you do? You are going to be maintaining a drum. So this is the drum at home. You go and you take the water, and you're going to be putting the water, and you will be able to go and get the empty bucket. Like that, your father, mother, everybody will be going and carrying the water. If these are called buckets, maybe plastic bucket, silver black bucket, or you may have another bowl. You're going to be getting the fresh water. Fresh water is going to be stored in the bucket. When the bucket is full, what you're doing, you're taking the water and putting into the drum, and you're going to taking the water, putting into the drum, and you will be coming back with the blank buckets. Clear? So what is the bucket size? Bucket size may be 30 to 40 liter. What is a drum size? This is a drum. Drum size will be 200, 500 liter capacity. So OLTP means small size buckets. OLAP or the data warehousing means drums. It is a bigger size. Clear? Fresh data, fresh water will be available in the bucket. Bucket is nothing but OLTP. Remember that. Clear? So daily water you're going to be taking and putting into the drum. Drum is going to be having not the fresh water, old water. So data warehousing is going to be having historical data. OLTP will have the fresh data. So you are going to, people are buying and buying, buying and buying. This data may be there for 3 months. After 3 months, you're going to be taking the data from here. You're going to be putting into one more computer. So you may maintain the data for 1 month, 1 year, 3 months, or 3 years. We don't know. Till the bucket is full, you're going to be waiting at the tanker, and you're going to be filling the bucket and taking the bucket. So this OLTP servers will be in the small in size, and it will be there sometime to fill the complete data. If it is full, then you take the bucket of water and dumping into here. So OLTP nothing but your buckets. In this example, OLAP or the data warehousing is nothing but a drum or the bigger tank at your home. Clear? So daily you're doing this circus. One day, one of your friend told, why are you manually taking the water from here and daily you are able to dump? You collect the water here and collect the water and manually going and dumping. So can't you buy a motor pump? So can't you buy a motor pump? So I got one idea. Now I'm able to buy one motor pump. I have ordered. Clear? So motor pumps I wanted to order. So these are the motor pumps are available. So this is some company brand, right? So India Mart, Havels. So lot of companies are giving you this pump. So this is nothing but your ETL. What is your ETL? Motor pump. It will be connected to one bucket. So this is the water I'm going to be having. All the water I'm going to be putting into my tank. Clear? So when you switch on the motor pump, it is going to be taking the water from single bucket or multiple buckets. I can connect all the water. I can take a switch on the motor. I will be able to put the water here. So again, I will go. I will collect some water here. Once the water is full here, I will be switching on ETL. So different companies motors are available. So this is a Havells motor. This may be one more company, Tarak. So like that, many company ETLs also available. We are going to be using Microsoft SSIS. So, and we have Havells company. It may be Informatica. So this is one more company ETL tool. Okay. Informatica is also ETL tool from Informatica company. So data stage from IBM. Data stage from IBM. Like that, many companies will have many ETL tools are available. ETL is nothing but a data exporting, importing software. That is what you need to understand. Clear? So what you have, with the help of this, you get the data, you're directly dumping the water into this. Okay? So you're directly dumping. But one day, your mother told, this data is not so clean, this water is not so clean. What you do? You buy one more drum. This is one more drum. So all the water will be loaded. So here you will have a dirty and dirty water, not very cleaned water. So what you do? You do the reverse osmosis, or you may boil the water, or you may clean the water. So 10% wastage will go out. 90% cleaned water will go with the help of this motor pump. So motor pump number one will get the water, you will clean it. Motor number two will take the cleaned water and take it here. Clear? So you have a tank number one, you have a tank number two. This is a pump number one, pump number two. Clear? So you have to go and get the initial dirty data. You have to put it in the tank number one, clean it here. So after the cleaning, you switch on this motor, it will go to the final tank. Guys, am I clear? So every company will be getting the data, will be putting the data into the staging, cleaning the data, and again switching on the motor. The data is going to be going to the final destination. Data warehouse to be storing the data. So every month the servers are full because it's very, very small in size. What is the capacity of the bucket? That like that, OLTP is not going to be having a bigger hardware. OLAP is a drum. OLTP is just a bucket, very small. Why can't you keep a bigger tankers here? Because you will not be able to later will be able to load this data. Or when you have so much of a data, this computer will become slow, right? This guy will not have proper response from the server. So these are always lightweight. Clear? Very, very small in size. These computers are going to be maintained. Initial data, whenever you're making any payment in the bank will have OLTP computers. All the initial data is going to be coming to the OLTP only. If OLTP full once in a month, once in a 6 months, once in a year, then the data will be taken from OLTP, dumped onto data warehousing machine. So data warehouse will have historical data. Remember that. So let me talk about this. So it is not a fresh data, it is a historical data. Large data every day, every month 500 GB you're getting into 12-month data, it will become 6000 GB is equivalent to 6 terabytes. Okay, na? So here we are going to be maintaining terabytes of data. It is old data. It is a completely read-only data. Nobody is going to modify. So this is not to run the business. It is to improve your business. They're going to be having your historical data. On this data, people are going to be analyzing it. How the sales of my company last 5 years, how the sales of the Apple iPhone last 5 years in India, how is the Sony TV sales in India last 3 years, how was the last 5 Ramazan sales, how is the last 10 Christmas sales in India. So all the data you have, historical data will be there. People are going to be analyzing the data because they can take the decisions to improve themselves. Clear? So we are going to be always taking the data warehousing data. We are going to be using the data warehousing data. So all the data will come here. All the historical data will come here. So what normally we do, we are going to be processing the data. If you store the data in the drum, or if you store all the data in the refrigerator, you're buying a vegetable, you're getting some data. For example, you're getting some data called 10 and 20. You are going to be keeping 10 and 20 here. So it is nothing but a cleaned data. That's a data warehouse is going to be getting and cleaning the data. Tomorrow you will get one more 5. 5 will get stored here. You will get a 20 and a 7. 20 and 7 will get stored. So data warehousing will have only raw data, cleaned data. Clear? But with the data, what will you do? For example, I'm keeping all the vegetables here, clean it and putting the vegetable here. What is that you can get it? Nothing. You have to process the vegetable, then only you can prepare the food. How do you process? You have to go to kitchen, boil the vegetable, cut the vegetable, marinate the vegetable, boil the vegetable, or you have to cook the vegetables, cook the chicken, then only food will be prepared. Clear? So it is important that you have to process the data. So what you need to understand is raw data, you will be able to get it on the regular basis. Now you will not be able to do anything here. For example, I have 10 is there, 20 is there. With the 10 and 20 raw data, what should I do? I will not be able to do anything here. I have to do what is called as a processing. Who's going to be doing? SSAS will be processing your data. So SSAS is going to be taking this data. Processing means I'm talking about it is going to be summing or doing average or minimum, maximum. lot of operation it can do. What is the total sales? Means 30. The total will be 30 will get processed. Clear? So if you have a tons and tons of data, not one row, two rows, right? When you have a large amount of data, we are going to be using a calculator to do summing operation as a human being. But if you have billions of data, can I use a calculator? Will it work? Calculator cannot work. I'm talking about daily billions of data are going to be getting in phone pay application, banking applications. I wanted to know what is the sales is happened the last 5 years. So tons and tons of data it is there. So I cannot do calculations with the help of a calculator, or I cannot use Excel, or I cannot use any other thing. So I have to use SSAS. SSAS is nothing but your kitchen. So you have to go to your kitchen and take all the chicken and potato, tomato, and you take a pizza raw material, and you're going to be processing the food. Clear? So you are going to be performing all aggregations. See, minimum, maximum, average, sum. This one large amount of data you have it in the data warehousing. So the processing is going to be done in the kitchen. Kitchen is nothing but your SSAS. So once you prepare the food, what you do? You are going to be serving the food. How do you serve the food? You have to take a plate and neatly garnish it and serve the food. So finally, after the kitchen, what you do? You take all the aggregated data, you are going to be putting in the plate. The plate is nothing but your report. So all the reports are going to be prepared now. Report may be your Power BI report, or maybe your Tableau report, Excel report. So you may be using some tools, Power BI or Excel or some SSRS. You're going to be keeping all the food here with the proper garnish, and this report or this data will be taken by the management of the company. So these guys are going to be taking your reports and they will be analyzing it. Clear? So end of the day, you get the data, clean the data, store the data in the refrigerator, process the data with the help of a kitchen. Processed data has to be served in the plate. The plate is nothing but your reporting tool. So Power BI or Excel or SSR is where we can prepare a lot of visualizations, and you should be able to give this reports to the management of the company. Amazon management will take the reports and they will analyze how the sales of the Sony laptops or Lenovo laptops sales in India last Diwali or last 5 years. So they will be able to compare India sales with the Europe sales, Europe sales with the India sales, 2013 sales with the 2020 sales, 2019 sales with the 2021 sales, last quarter one sales with the quarter two sales. Like that, lot of aggregation the companies are going to be doing. All the data will be available in the data warehousing. Data warehouse is going to be having a large amount of historical data. So I cannot maintain last 5 years of data in the OLTP. OLTP will have only current data, 1 year, 3 months, 4 months data. Less than 1 year, 2 years data OLTP may have. So all 10, 20 years of data you're going to be having in the data warehousing. So business intelligence data analytics means it is OLAP data. OLAP means what? Historical data, large amount of data, read-only data. So that is what we are going to be using and preparing a lot of reports. Did you understand it clearly? So get the data, put in the ETL, cleaning the data within the staging, and a blah blah blah, storing the data into the data warehousing. So this process is called as a data preparation. From here, you do all the work and store the data here. So this is called as a data preparation, or it is also called as a data engineering. Clear? So data engineering means get the data, clean the data, store the data in the data warehousing, and process the data also. Even this is also included. So this is a data engineering. So once data is ready, then anybody can prepare a report. When food is prepared, when everything is raw material and everything is ready, anybody come and prepare the dish. Clear? But what will be the difficulty activity? If I wanted to make a 1,000 pizzas tomorrow, so what is difficulty activity? Go and get the raw material, clean them, dump them, cut them, marinate them, soak them. So all this will take a lot of time. Data preparation will take a lot of time. So if you need pizzas, tomorrow morning a chef is going to be coming at 7 o'clock. He can prepare thousands of pizzas within 4 to 5 hours time. So data analytics means, so getting the raw data is equivalent to data engineering. And then you create the report at the end. So data engineering is also called as a data preparation. It will take a lot of time. So reporting take only less time. So 60% of the time you need to work here. Remaining 40% you will be able to work here. Data engineering, where you need to know SQL, ETL, data warehousing, data modeling, and here you need to learn Power BI, or even though you know Excel or any reporting tool, you will be able to work with this. Clear? So data analytics and business intelligence means this. Clear? Without data, you will not be able to work. So get the data, collect the data, store the data, clean the data. This is what is called data engineering. Clear? You're a data engineer, you're a report developer, you're a SQL developer, you're a ETL developer, everything you're going to be doing in the companies. I will give you simple example and will stop the demo. This is the final demo, guys. You're suffering with the fever. You went to the hospital. You met the doctor. Doctor said, hey Bhaskar, you go to laboratory, get some medical test to be done. So he will be writing some medical reports. You have to get these reports to be done. So I go to Apollo Hospital's lab. So there is a lab technician. He is going to be collecting blood, body temperature, and storing the blood, processing the blood, and creating a report. And the report will be given to the doctor. So doctor is going to be analyzing the report, and he will tell you you're having a some fever. So this is the medicine you need to use it. So what is your role in this example? Your role will be lab technician. You get the data, you get the blood, to store the blood, clean the blood, create a report. You're not going to be analyzing the report. So lab technician job is to create a report. Who's going to be analyzing the report? A doctor. So who's going to be analyzing your data, your reports? Not you. You're going to be giving the report to the manager, or this will be a business user, or is a manager in the company, MBA guys, who's going to be managing your reports. Ardhamautunda? So who's going to be maintaining all the reports, and who's going to be taking care of the decisions and management of the company? Your role will be creating a report and giving it to the management. Clear? So that is what you need to do. You have to learn SQL, you have to learn data warehousing, you have to learn SSIS, you have to learn everything. So that is what is the complete course I'm talking about. Clear? So is there any question you have? So what are the things that we're going to be talking about now is this. So we are going to be learning SQL Server, Power BI with the DAX, ETL we're going to be learning, SSAS and data warehousing. I'll be giving it for free. Clear? SQL Server, we don't have the live classes. You need to buy videos and practice. Okay? We don't have any live classes. This will be live from tomorrow. And SSIS also, you can buy the videos, and we don't have any live classes. You can perform either SSIS or ADF. Both of them are ETL tools, which is a cloud-based ETL, Azure Data Factory, cloud-based ETL. This is on-premises based ETL. You will be able to understand later, don't worry. So all these things you need to buy, and this will be given for free. Plus, you will be able to complete, project that will be given for free. One project will be given for free, and CV preparation is free, and interview question, everything I'm going to be giving it. So what all you need to complete and what all you need to learn. So January and February month, okay, you are going to be learning So daily one SQL server videos you need to buy. 45 hours videos are available. So we don't have any live classes. You need to buy this and practice. And Power BI live classes you're going to be attending. It is also 45 hours classes, live classes will be there, and all the videos will be loaded. This will load this one. So daily you need to watch one video. Daily one video you need to watch it in the evening, and one live class you need to attend, so that you will be able to complete both courses in January and February. And in the month of March you will be able to start with the ETL, right? ETL. So again, you can go in for SSIS or cloud means ADF, and it will be for 25 hours. Videos are uploaded. You have to buy these videos and practice them. So in the month of March, I will give you sample CV preparation, project. I'm going to be giving you one free project. So, and sample CVs I'm going to be giving, and the project explanation will be given, and whatever you need, job assistance, everything will be included in the month of March. Plus, you will be able to get a data warehousing 7 hours videos will be free, and SSAs also I'm giving some 5 hours videos are free. Okay, so this is the complete 3 months course you need to prepare, and the first 2 months you need to concentrate on what? SQL and Power BI. 60% of the interview questions are going to be there from the SQL. Remaining 40% interview questions are asked using all these technologies. Remember, so if you don't know SQL very well, you will be able to fail in the interview. Don't tell me that I know basics of SQL, I have studied already SQL, I will learn from YouTube. All of them will not be sufficient for you to crack the interview. 60% of the time you will fail. Clear? You ask anybody, Power BI or any data analytics guy will be drilled with SQL like anything. So I'm going to be starting from very basic level to advanced level. We have videos in two languages. So English as well as Telugu local language also there. You can buy these videos if you wanted to buy, and notes will be there in English. Clear? So daily one video you need to watch it and complete it, SQL and other stuff. And January, February, I'm able to complete this. In month of March, you will be able to go for this. If you have any doubts, you can call me. You can, tell me, ask me the questions the next day, or you will be able to send me email also. I can give you one-to-one support as well. So this is my mail ID. If you want me to talk to you personally, or if you need one-to-one career guidance, you can call me in these numbers, or you can give me your phone number in this email ID. I will be able to call you. If anybody needs any lab support one-to-one. So if you're not able to attend live classes, but if you need some lab support, one-to-one lab support I'm going to be giving. So just tell me your problem with your phone number. I'll be able to call you based on your free time, my free time. We can connect one-to-one. I'll review all your issues. No worries about it. Clear? So you can join the class. If you're not able to attend live class, at least get the videos, practice them. If you get any doubts, you will be able to connect with me one-to-one, and I will be able to support. So everything is available. So no worries about it. Hope you enjoy the class. So we'll be installing the SQL Server and Power BI in tomorrow's class. The laptop, you need to have it. If you don't have the laptop today, you can get the laptop within 1 week time. Without laptop, you cannot complete the course. Clear? So you need to make the payment today. So free demos are got completed. So once you make the payment, you will be able to get the new meeting link for tomorrow's class. You can talk to this team after 10 o'clock today or in the evening today, yes people, and you will be able to get payment link and make the payment, get the meeting ID for tomorrow's class. Thank you so much. And if you have any doubts, you can just ask me now. Thank you guys. So Vikram is asking me, what topics of Power BI will be covered? Will it cover performance optimization? Everything is included in your syllabus. Just check. So we are going to be covering Performance tuning, every level. SQL Server, we're going to be talking about. SSIS level, we're going to be talking about. Data warehousing level, we're going to be talking about performance tuning. So, performance tuning is going to be covered everywhere, Vikram. Clear? So Python is not going to be there in this topic. Python, if you need it, you can buy separate course. Videos are available in Telugu and English. You can buy Python videos and prepare them. But I don't recommend Python now. Complete on SQL and everything now. SQL, ETL, data warehousing, and data modeling. All these are very, very important. Python and other stuff, you can learn later if you wanted to implement big data engineering and everything. So don't worry about Python now, but whatever the tools I told you, you need to learn. So many people are learning only Power BI, and they're saying, sir, we are not getting the calls, or we are not able to crack the interviews. Our people are learning not only Power BI, SQL in depth, ETL in depth, data warehousing in depth, data modeling in depth. So everything I'm going to be covering. So you learn combinations, not one tool, right? If you learn SQL within 5 days, means you will not be able to crack the interview. 2 months of SQL we are going to be providing. You have to learn very, very basic level to advanced level. If you have any questions from SQL, in next day you will be able to ask in the Power BI live class. If not, you can ask me the question in the email with your phone number, guys. Thank you so much.